Ever get one of those like totally generic sales emails? You know what I'm talking about, right? Where it's like, did they even read my first message?
Oh, totally. It's like they're just playing email bingo, blasting out the same message to everyone and just hoping it sticks.
Exactly. So today we are diving into how AI is going to change that. Well, the whole sales game, really. We've got this piece from Flowworks, Endless Emails and Eternal CRM Updates. DITL of a sales rep. And it really paints a picture of this whole AI-powered future.
And it's not just about us getting better emails, right? It's about like the whole sales experience being different for both sides.
Totally. So the article starts by introducing us to Robert, your typical sales rep, just facing the daily grind. It's 5:37 in the morning, sun's barely up, and he's already grounding in emails. And I felt that whole knee-deep description. I think anyone who's ever opened their inbox can relate to that feeling.
And it never lets up. He's got that mandatory fun morning meeting, right? With the stale donuts and everything. And then it's just calls. And every single dial tone feels like a coin toss. Oh, and don't forget about the CRM updates. Always more of those.
So it's no wonder salespeople are feeling kind of burnt out right now. It's just survival mode. They're stuck doing all this busy work, no time for actually, connecting with people. And that's what really drives sales, right? Human connection.
Right. And that's where Flowworks comes in, see? They're trying to fix that. With these AI-powered solutions, I'm talking about everything, like taking care of those CRM entries and stuff, to writing emails that sound like you actually, know the person. So imagine if Robert had this AI assistant, right? And it's going through all his leads, but actually prioritizing them using data.
Okay, so instead of chasing down every single lead, he's focusing on the ones that are actually, showing interest? That's huge. But how does the AI even know that?
This is the really cool part. Flowworks, they say AI can look at things like, okay, website visits. Did they open that email? Even how long they scrolled on a certain page. And it can actually use that to figure out where they are in the whole sales process. So now salespeople know who's warming up, who's going cold.
So it's not just like, a guessing game anymore. It's all based on actual data.
Exactly. And the best part is, the more information it gets, the smarter it becomes, right? It's always learning and fine-tuning. Those insights get really powerful.
That actually reminds me of that whole thing with personalized emails. Some people love it. Others are like, this is creepy. Where does AI fit into all of this?
This is where companies, like HubSpot, for example, are already using it to completely change how this works. So instead of just blasting out the same email to everyone, the AI looks at what you're doing and tailors the message just for you. Say you click a link about a specific product feature, boom, AI can trigger a follow-up email, going deeper into that feature. It's relevant now.
So no more getting the same generic email like 3 times even after you've responded. I can get behind that. It's like having a little assistant, who knows what you like, and just gives you the information you need right when you need it.
Right. And it's not just, oh, this is the right message. It's also about when you get it. The AI can actually figure out the best time to email you, like when you're actually going to open it, which, helps.
So instead of those emails just getting lost, they're actually at the top of your inbox when you're ready.
Yeah, exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder. Let the data decide.
And speaking of data, the article also mentions AI and scheduling meetings. Oh, tell me about it. I can't even tell you how many times I've gone back and forth just trying to find a time that works for everyone.
The worst. Such a time suck. But AI can handle that whole thing. It can look at everyone's schedule, even things like different time zones, travel plans, and then just, boom, suggest the best time.
So instead of spending like a whole afternoon on email, we can get that meeting locked in, minutes?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Frees up so much mental energy for, the important stuff. And it kind of speaks to a bigger thing about AI in sales. It's not just about, automation. It's about, augmentation. It's like the AI is partners with the salesperson, giving them the tools and info to do better.
I like that. Augmentation, not automation. So it's not about robots replacing salespeople, right? It's about giving them superpowers to be even better.
Right. And one of those superpowers is data, right? You remember how we were talking about AI predicting which leads are going to actually buy something? It can do the same thing with sales data from the past. Find patterns and trends that people would never see.
So instead of just going with your gut, now you can actually make decisions based on the data. Like what's working, what products are doing well with certain people, even predict how much you'll sell in the future. Wild.
Exactly. Like imagine knowing which industries or customers are going to be really into your product before you even talk to them. That's powerful stuff.
It's like having a crystal ball, but for sales.
Pretty close. And that kind of knowledge, Total game changer for these teams. They can use their resources better, and that means better results.
Okay, but let's get back to Robert, our favorite fictional salesperson. How is his day different now with all this AI stuff?
Remember how we left him? Drowning in emails, right? Well, Flowworks says by the end of his AI-powered day, he's actually leaving the office at a normal time, feeling good about his work.
No more working all night just to answer emails and deal with the CRM.
Nope. He's actually thriving now, not just surviving. He's got time to actually talk to his clients, build relationships, make those presentations that really speak to them. And that means he closes more deals. He's not just like an order taker anymore. He's a trusted advisor who really gets it, you know.
And I bet a lot of salespeople would love to make that shift. From order taker to trusted advisor, it's about building those long-term relationships, not just like one-off transactions.
Absolutely. And that's where, the human touch is always going to be important. AI can do a lot, but it can't replace empathy and like that human connection that builds trust.
Yeah, it's got to be both, right? Like the human touch and the AI working together, not one or the other.
Exactly. It's like, okay, imagine you're flying somewhere, like the AI, that's your co-pilot, handling all the technical stuff so you can focus on, the passenger.
I like that. Okay, so we've covered a lot today. From those AI leads to all that data and the personalized emails, it's clear AI is already changing things, but I'm curious, what's next? What's the future of AI in sales?
That is the million-dollar question, right? And AI is changing so fast, who knows what's next? But we're going to see even more amazing stuff in sales, for sure.
Okay, but humor me. What kind of crazy AI tools are we talking about in a few years? Give me the future.
Okay. So picture this. You're on a video call with a client, right? Your AI assistant is listening in, but it's not just listening, it's analyzing their face, how they're talking, and it's giving you little hints about how engaged they are, like in real time.
Whoa, so it's like having an emotional intelligence coach whispering in your ear during the meeting?
Exactly. Or imagine this. You're about to do a big presentation, but forget those boring slides, right? Your AI assistant is building the whole thing on the fly, customized to your audience, what they're into, how they learn, everything.
So it's like constantly changing and getting better as you go. That sounds wild, but is that even, possible?
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Natural language processing, machine learning, all that stuff is getting so good. That kind of personalization, totally doable soon.
Mind-blowing. Seems like the sky's the limit with this stuff.
Totally. And that's what makes this such an exciting time to be watching this space. AI and sales. Things are changing so fast. It's going to be a whole new world for buying and selling before you know it.
So for our listeners, the ones who want to stay ahead of the game here, what's the big takeaway from all of this? What should they remember?
I think it comes down to this. Don't be scared of it. Use it. AI isn't the enemy. The people who win in this new world, it's the ones who figure out how to use AI to their advantage. Adapt, experiment. That's how you win.
Don't get left behind, right? Stay curious, be open to new things, but always remember that human element. That's what makes all the difference.
Couldn't agree more. Tech is only as good as the humans using it right.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Okay, great chat today. We covered a lot about AI and how it's changing the sales game from every angle.
Definitely fascinating stuff. Hopefully everyone listening has a better sense of not just what AI is doing in sales, but why it matters and how it all works.
And maybe they even feel a little inspired to, get out there and be part of it.
To the future.
Cheers to that. And that wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI and sales. We hope you enjoyed it, learned a thing or two, and maybe even had your mind blown a little. Until next time, stay curious, keep innovating, and never stop asking the big questions.
The future is out there, waiting to be discovered.